very here, clearly. I just had it in here. Hello, chat. I hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed that very bombastic start. How exciting. All right, there we go. Now you are in your place. And I am in my place, and here we are. Hello, Daniel. How's it going? What am I doing? Just sitting mostly. I was doing some work on my phone, and then I was like, why not do a live? Let people ask some questions and answer them. Can I turn that on, actually? Is there all messages? And then I think there's like a Q&A option. Let me see. I know there's something I can do. Ooh, I can relight. Is that better? I don't know. It's a little bit brighter. You don't have any questions, you only have answers, Eric? Well, answers are good too. We'll take what we can get. How are you doing? Welcome in. Oh, start a Q&A. There we go. Answers will appear as chat messages. Oh, wait. Q&A. I thought you guys would ask me the Q&A. What? Do I Q&A you? Not as stable as the holder that I normally have. I don't know how this works. I say done, what will happen? Well, answers will appear as chat messages. Oh. Okay, wait, why does it have to be in this area? I guess it has to be. Start Q&A. I don't know why it has to be. It has to be in a very specific area, like this area. In terms of where I had to put the sticker. Hello, Ghost Asylum. Hello, Joe. Should Tron just give up as a franchise? I mean, it probably should have gave up after the first one, to be honest with you, based on the fact that that was not really successful. So, I mean, maybe. Will they give up?
They've already announced they are.
Yeah, but we'll see in 15 years if they're still giving up or if they're ready to try again. Enjoying my travel? Yeah, it's been like a fine drive. Eric said, would you and Duck ever do a meetup? Probably at some point. Have to find the right place, the right time, the right group. I don't know how we would coordinate that. Dill says, where are you from? Canada. So who you got for DCKO? What game or games are you playing now? What's your next cosplay? I actually have DCKO right here. I have to finish reading it. So, I don't know. Once I finish reading it, I can let you know who my picks are. But I need to see the framing. Actually, Duck was asking me about that today, and I was like, you can't tell me who the matches are because I gotta finish reading this issue. So I don't want no spoilers. Although I've already seen a lot of promotional stuff on socials. A lot of people talking about it, so some things have already been spoiled. But that is the nature of the beast. What games or game am I playing now? Well, I was just playing some Mario Kart World and some Animal Crossing. I went back to my island. It's been over a year, so that was pretty fun on my Switch too. Lately on stream, I've been playing Marvel's Midnight Suns, which we're going to be playing tomorrow, and Silent Hill F, which I've been obsessed with. And we're going to be doing Bloodlines 2 on Tuesday, so that's what I'm playing like on stream right now. I'm still playing some Rivals, not as much as I used to though. And then my cosplay, my cosplay that I've been doing right now, one that is being worked on for me is Zatanna. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, probably the dinosaurs is what I'm going to go with, Moseman. What is the answer to the universe and everything? 42. Yeah, probably at a convention where we would all ideally be. I probably would need to be a little bit more established before I would consider doing a meet and greet. Maybe like once we get to like 100,000 subs, something like that.
Celebratory meet and greet.
Yeah, then maybe. Because I'd have to coordinate it with people. Just gotta make sure this is really pushed. It's rattling so much. It's just because we're zooming. Whoa. I know my entire phone is like shaking now. Are you headed home already? What do you mean am I headed home already, Otto? Time Lord guy says Douglas Adams reference. Yep, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. If you were to drop into a slasher film, who would you pick? Who would I pick? What, like, which villain do I want to be? Or, like, which villain's world do I want to be in? None of them, man. They're all gonna mess me up in a slasher film? I got no chance. I'm a YouTuber. You think I'm gonna survive that? I think the only way I can drop into a slasher film is if I get to be the killer. And I feel like I would probably fit best in Scream. I think I would be a good killer in Scream. But I love Nightmare on Elm Street. So Freddy in terms of like to watch, but not to be in the world, because Freddy could just kill me in my sleep. If you could choose a different color hair, what would you choose? Different color hair, purple. I've always wanted to have purple hair. Purple hair. Purple hair. From my vacation already, I wasn't really like on a vacation. I've pretty much been working this entire weekend. I think the only time I wasn't working this weekend was last night after, when did we stop? Like 11:30? Yeah, 11:30 p.m. Oh, and I went to a baby's birthday, which was very nice. So I wouldn't necessarily phrase it as a vacation. I have work to do, so I also have to do more work after this. Hi, Tevya. Now I know what you did last summer on Netflix, 2025. Oh, good. I can finally watch it. I want to see. I heard it was bad. I want to see how bad could it be, you know? You could see me drop kicking Chucky, but no one else. I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or an insult, Time Lord guy. First of all, I think everyone would kill me. I think Chucky would also kill me, to be honest with you. You think you can take Chucky, but you can't. Chucky is sneaky. He'll get you. He's actually one of the ones that I think you have to be the most afraid of, Chucky. And Jason, but Jason like also just defies all logic sometimes. That's why he scares me. What was the one we were watching? Friday the 13th 3, Jason Goes to Hell? Which one were we watching? Or was that 6 where he goes to hell?
No, 9 is when he goes to hell.
9 is when he goes to hell. Which one did we watch? 3?
6.
6? We watched 6. A man gets snapped in half in that movie in a way that that's not how that works. So I'm very afraid of Jason, because when we watched that movie I was like, I don't even understand how that happened. I don't even understand. Yeah, Michael's pretty scary. Michael's pretty scary too. Oh, wait.
Michael Myers from Halloween.
Yeah, sorry, that would be Halloween. We weren't watching Halloween. We were watching Friday the 13th. I misspoke. Me getting my days mixed up. Hey Jamie, welcome in. Thanks for being a member, by the way. Your family woke you up randomly to ask if you worked tonight like a minute ago? Ironic. Oh, so they woke you up and then you were like, oh, hey, there's a live happening. A little surprise vertical live, how Amanda does sometimes. Do I like Harry Potter? I do, Jenny. I do. Sheriff Garrus gets bent backwards. Yes, it was the sheriff. Spoilers, but also that movie is old.
Spoilers for how old is that movie?
Too old. I don't think we have to worry about spoilers. Yes, it was the sheriff. Would you survive Final Destination? Hell no. No one survives Final Destination. What? No, you can't survive. You think you can survive. You just need to accept. The only way, the best thing you can do in Final Destination, in my opinion, sacrifice yourself for someone you love. That's the best you got, I think. You won't make it, but at least maybe someone else will. Maybe. I don't think I'd be the one to make it. But I would like sacrifice myself so the duck could make it. In 2026, Jason Lives will be 40. Also, the way that Jason comes back in that movie, I think about that a lot, and I think that makes no sense.
Wow, that movie came out in 86?
Friday the 13th, yeah. Friday the 13th is so goofy sometimes. That's why I love it. I mean, so is Freddy. Freddy can be goofy too.
When did you realize it was goofy? Was it when the movie started up and the intro credits?
For what? For 6?
For 6, the intro
At
credits.
At the beginning.
The intro credits is a parody to James Bond.
Yeah. At the beginning, it sets up what you're going into pretty well. Hi, Darth and Nick.
7's my favorite, the New Blood. That one's so good.
Ginny Weasley saying you look like Ginny Weasley. Well, I do have the red hair, so that does give me a bit of a Weasley vibe. I feel that. I am House Slytherin, though, which I don't think, if I were a Weasley, I don't think my relatives would take it very well. Nightmare on Elm Street goes goofy after 4, says Meyer Brown. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Look, after enough time, it all goes goofy.
3.
Do I know Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern? Yeah.
3 is when it goes goofy for me. That's the one where he turns into a TV and he picks a girl up by the shoulders and says, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." And then kills her by shoving her head into his TV chest.
Yeah. 3 has some goofy moments.
The Dream Warriors! That's the one.
3 does have some goofy moments. Draco is so evil. I don't know. I think by the end he's learned some things. I think there's hope for Draco. Apparently he's pretty nice in the play.
Cursed Child.
Cursed Child. Draco's pretty alright in that. Harry's the one you have to watch out for in that, apparently. Character assassination. Freddy's Revenge is the heavily gay-coded one. It's very good.
Oh, 2?
No, 3.
No, that's 2.
Oh, Freddy's Revenge is 2.
Freddy's Revenge is 2. That might be one of the gayest movies I've ever watched in my entire life. Like, it is so gay-coded.
But isn't that kind of like Freddy? Maybe that's why I like Freddy the most. Do you think?
He's gay-coded?
Yeah. I feel like even in 1 there's elements of it.
I don't know about 1.
You don't think so?
Yeah, you'd have to go through and give me some examples.
I could. I have to revisit it, but I feel like there's some things that they say when they sort of talk about him that I was like, interesting. What is Dokken? Dokken did a cool song and video for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Dawkin.
Dokken?
They did Dream Warrior.
Oh,
for
that's
3.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Batman versus Freddy Fazbear. Oh, I think the Batman's gonna take that one, Samantha. I don't think Freddy can beat Batman. That'd be pretty crazy.
Read in chat.
Mm-hmm. Thoughts on Chucky? Chucky's one of my favorite ones. Have you ever watched the Walrus movie by Kevin
Smith.
What's his face? Yeah, Smith.
The Walrus by Kevin Smith.
I have not
I
seen
need
the
you to move your
Walrus.
head back.
Oh, sorry. In the way of the mirror.
Yes.
I have to be really close to read chat because the writing is like this big and it's dark. Scream 6 is the only Scream movie that had ever had 3 killers. Scream 6 is the only Scream movie that had ever had 3 killers. Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure there were more movies before then that had that.
No.
Just because...
No. In Scream, it's usually 2 killers.
Well, yeah, for
There's usually 2
Scream, but I just mean like in terms of all movies.
In terms of the Scream franchise, it's the
Sure.
only one where there are 3 Screams.
But not in terms of all movies.
I think they're just saying for Scream.
Well, that's fine, but that's just not what Kevin said in the point, so... But yes, for Scream, yes. Watch Tusk. I have heard about it. Perhaps at some point I will watch it.
That's the one. That's the Walrus. Tusk. It is that's an experience, that movie.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard about what it's like. What was that one that you were telling me about with Willem Dafoe that you were like, we should not watch because it's very disturbing?
Oh, Antichrist.
Antichrist, that's one. Tusk 2 is coming soon?
Oh my god.
Is it?
I don't know. I hope so. That'd be great.
I have heard nothing about that.
Movies
Who's
a fever dream.
that would be pretty crazy. Kevin Smith is doing it?
I would hope so.
I don't know.
He did the first one, so.
What's my favorite Canadian horror films? Black Christmas or Ginger Snaps? Between those two, I'll go with Ginger Snaps. But one of my favorites is The Cube.
Yeah, Cube is pretty great.
Cube is great. Cube predates Saw too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Before we had Saw.
By a
we had
while.
Cube. By a while, yeah. I think it's by like almost a decade. But I'd have to look up the dates.
Birria quesadilla. Sign me up.
Cube was 1996, Saw was 2003, so almost 10 years. I was close. Did I watch the Korean vampire film Thirst? No, I have not seen that, Eddie.
Thirst is good.
Tusk 2 was going to come out in 2024, but it never came out. Is it real, though? because...
Is it like the One Piece? Is it real?
I just feel like we hear a lot of reports of people doing sequels to movies, and then they're not real reports. So sometimes, or
Kevin Smith. If
Kevin Smith is saying it, that's what I'm saying.
He produced.
I haven't heard anything about it. That's why I'm curious.
If he wanted to do it, he can do it whenever he wants.
Like who's been talking about it? It was supposed to come out in 2024 and it didn't. That seems strange. I guess maybe it was delayed. Maybe they haven't started shooting it yet. I haven't heard anything. So, hi. Oh. Hey David, how's it going? Ever seen Dead Man's Shoes? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I think I may have. That sounds familiar. What's it about? The title sounds familiar. What mythical creature is your favorite? Mythical creature? Probably vampires. But if we're talking like critters, I do like a niffler.
My favorite's always been the Hydra.
Tully says hello. So crazy start to TwitchCon this year, from what I hear.
Oh yeah.
I mean, although to be fair, and this is why when people ask me if I'm going, I would like to go maybe at some point, but I never really feel bad for not going, because every single year there's just crazier and crazier stuff that I feel like happens at TwitchCon. And honestly, it just does not seem like a super safe place. Like, yeah. Just from also what I see from other creators, people's experiences, and then of course there's the specific things that happen at Twitch that make the news at TwitchCon. So, yeah. ADHD Overlord says, I will not comment about the things so many influencers are talking about. What influencers? What thing?
Was it the thing at TwitchCon?
At TwitchCon? How you and Duck? Doing pretty good.
Just driving.
I mean, when is TwitchCon not a whole heap of drama, though, is my question. Like, I feel like we do this year. And every year, it's like a surprise to some people. Like people are like, they go, like, or like, oh my god, happening at this place. And I'm like, I know, but like, every year we have something. It sucks.
I always like TwitchCon, though. I mean, TwitchCon is the WrestleMania of streamers. Like, we have the whole year of we're like building up the drama of like all the Cali streamers.
Yeah.
Who all like co-stream and stuff in like the same area. And at TwitchCon is when everything blows up in one way or another.
Yeah, well, I mean, either it's an issue based on the convention, which just sounds like it sometimes is not planned great and isn't necessarily staffed well.
Like
so that's an issue. Like the security
wasn't TwitchCon
of the venue is an issue.
All of the Dr. Disrespect stuff allegedly happened.
Yes. And then, but then that's the other part of it, is like then outside of those problems, which are already problems every year, I think, just in terms of the actual event itself that is planned, then you have to layer in all the streamer drama.
Yeah.
And that is the problem, is that there is a lot of drama within the stream community that boils over. Not the big thing that happened with Emiru, obviously that's not part of that. So there's kind of two different camps where there's issues. But that's the thing where I'm always like how does this keep happening and we haven't learned anything? So I do feel a little bit of that. But also, it just keeps happening. So it's like every year, I'm sad to say that I'm not surprised. Which sucks. Because I wish it was, more of a secure and less messy in terms of even the streamers themselves, like, event. But I think that is also kind of a little bit of the nature of the streaming in general.
I'm sure the parties are lit.
I don't think I'd want to go to a party at TwitchCon if it's run by, like, a streamer.
You wouldn't take a body shot off Wubby?
Oh my god. TwitchCon today also. TwitchCon was this weekend.
I think today was the last day of TwitchCon.
It was. Yeah, TwitchCon is just an event, Otto, that streamers can go to. Feel a few toxic folk there, and it's not well done how it's done. Yeah, there's definitely toxic people, and it's definitely not necessarily the best organized convention by the sounds of it.
Oh, so apparently this is some, I guess, TwitchCon drama on the other side. Is, what's it, you know, Jack Doherty?
Yeah.
He's completely, well, he's banned from Twitch and TwitchCon and all that. So instead, he decided to stream from the hotel where all the streamers were staying at, and like, like basically like talk to streamers as they walked by him. It's like the saddest thing ever.
That's like, he could get in trouble for harassment.
I don't think he cares. He's so low on the totem pole now. Doesn't matter.
But I just mean like, you know what I mean? You could.
But I just mean like, imagine like he had to come up with that content strategy. Like he had to talk to like his team about that. Like, guys, here's the thing. We're gonna talk to streamers as they walk by us in the hotel lobby. What do you think?
Yeah.
Big views, big hits.
Yeah, you guys can look it up if you want to look it up. Yeah, there was a thing that went down with Emmy Root. She had a meet and greet, and it sucks. It really sucks what happened to her. I felt so bad. I just can't believe. You guys can look it up. I'm not gonna get into it here. Duck already asked me if I maybe wanted to do a video on it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do a video on it, just because like it's so drama. Even though it is a real issue, so you should look it up. You should look up what Emmy Roo is saying about it. Actually, everyone should be listening to Emmy Roo. I think, giving her your support, because she's been telling people what her experience was. Mostly because it's dark, so there's not as much light, so I'm kind of blurry, so that makes me prettier.
As a vampire, you're in your natural habitat.
My natural habitat, maybe. Thank you for the question. Have you watched Martyrs? It's very disturbing.
Jesus.
I have not.
Why is everyone busting out all these like horrific horror movies?
I don't know. That's just the questions we're being asked today.
I've seen Martyrs. Basically, if you put something in the chat, like I've probably seen it. I wouldn't recommend Martyrs for anyone. It's a good movie, but it's hard to like suggest it, you know?
I'm blurry because I've been drinking. Yes, I'm blurry from my camera and the glow of the street lights because I have been drinking. I'm not sure if that would affect my camera, the lighting, but maybe that's how drinking works. You can tell me, Rob. I don't really drink very much anymore, so you can let me know. Is that how drinking works?
It's the residual
I did
booze.
eat a Blizzard, so I did eat that. And I have water that's in the back, so I haven't really been drinking it, alas. I'm very thirsty, though. Yeah, I know. The behind the scenes. Stefan, thank you so much for the $25 super chat. That's very kind of you. I think I hearted it. There we go. I think it went through. Rapid fire. Fave food, fave cosplay to be, fave Marvel hero, fave game to play.
Gotta be quick.
Okay, well, I'm going to say chocolate ice cream, Rogue, fave Marvel hero, Dazzler, fave game to play, Silent Hill F right now.
Oh, I know.
Still think about it.
It's Slay the Spire.
I mean, I also love Slay the Spire. I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire. Off stream.
Oh, here we go. stuck in the traffic in the same spot every time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch movies that are like, I don't know what kind of movies you guys are recommending, but I'll tell you what I don't like. Gore prawn. Anything that fits into that category of that's what I don't like about Saw, and it was just basically become that. Even though like I can appreciate the effects, it just like
I love the first three.
Feel anything emotionally. I just feel like ew. And also a little bit of an awe for what they're able to create.
We watched the last one, Jigsaw, and I didn't like it.
What, the last one that we watched?
Yeah.
Saw 10?
Yeah, Saw X or whatever.
Saw 10. Saw X. Yeah, I personally was like kind of just over it. I think it's cool the concept that they had for it of like, you know, kind of switching it up where we're really rooting for Jigsaw. But I also feel like everything was so ridiculous in it. It's just like, come on. And then it's also the thing of, at one point, it gets a little bit like too self-indulgent in how much it's making Jigsaw to be the hero, where you're like, okay, but like this is Saw 10. So I've seen some things up to this point, and I feel like the amount that you're trying to like justify this man doing what he does is like, remember when the first Saw was happening? Just remember the good old days. The good old days. Yeah, I don't know why you guys are, I feel like there's a lot of people in the chat that want to talk about some like really, really disturbing films. Is it because you guys have been traumatized and you feel safe to share your trauma here?
It's because everyone wants you to watch Gummo.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch these movies, but, you know, I hope that you guys enjoy them. If that's what you're into, that's cool.
What are people recommending?
For you. Just some stuff that I'm like, what are you guys talking about right now? What happened?
I mean, that was like Martyrs. I was
Did
like,
I ask for, I don't know. Did I ask for this? Maybe something about, I'm wearing my Halloween jacket. Anyways, I think that's where we're going to end it as well, because it has been about 30 minutes. I don't know. Maybe we chat a little bit longer.
We can keep going a little bit
All right,
longer.
a little bit longer, a little bit longer, a little bit longer. Oh, yeah, we are like...
We got so much...
So much traffic.
Because of this, yeah.
Yeah.
You got time.
Did you hear about that terrible film, Friday the 13th, online? No.
Friday the 13th online? Like the online edition?
Yeah, I've seen Slither. I like Sliver.
I really like Slither. That's a gross movie that I can like...
That's a good gross movie.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about being gross.
There's more.
There's more to it. That is true. Yeah, I think that I think my favorite types of horror movies are more like cerebral horror. I like things that make me think about stuff and then go, wow, that's pretty terrifying. I like haunting films. I like films that I watch them and then like for a while after I'm going to be thinking about that. It's going to stay with me in my brain and slowly over time just kind of mess me up.
Like Him.
Like Him? No, not like Him. Like Weapons. Yeah, I mean, like, I talked about it before, but Babadook is one of my favorite movies. I like movies where it's like horror, but it's usually representative of something. Something bigger. No, I haven't watched Identity.
How did it get like pitch black in like 2 seconds?
I don't know. The sun went away. Thank you, Antonio. Yeah, we had a lot of fun at Fan Expo this year. I literally thought I put that vlog up. I was like talking to Jen about it the other day, and she was like, did you put that up? Because like I can't find it anywhere. And I was like, yeah, I did. And I was like, wait a minute. No, I didn't. I got everything ready to go, and then I just didn't upload it. So I was like, it's about time. Yeah, The Witch. Yeah. The Vivitch.
The Vivitch?
Yeah, The Witch is really good. The Lighthouse is really good. Although it's interesting because I don't necessarily think of it as a horror. Psychologically, I guess it is.
I got to work with Black Tom, actually, on a project.
Black Tom?
Yeah.
Did you?
The voice of Black Tom.
Guitar Jam says, I'm tired of these metaphorical horror movies. Terrifier was a refresher. Well, to each their own, Guitar Jams. I've never watched Terrifier, and I never will. I have no interest in that film. But I'm glad that you like it.
But wait, I was gonna say, didn't Terrifier 3, like, suggest that he's, like, some kind of demon or something, and that, like, the main character girl is, like, some kind of, like, savior from heaven? Isn't there, like, a whole, like, allegory to that now?
Oh, so now it became allegorical?
Yeah, I feel like they did something in the third one where
what are your thoughts on that?
There's like mystical stuff attached to it now.
Guitar Jams. Yeah, I don't know about that. I know the third one came out. I know a lot of people still really liked it. It
makes a ton of money.
Yeah.
So they'll keep making them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people clearly like them, which is totally fine. I am not one of those people, but that's also fine. Yeah, that's like my least favorite kind of horror, Joe. Hence why I'm like, that's not for me. Did you watch Friday the 13th, the one with Tommy and Trish Jarvis? If not, it's a must watch. Makes me feel nostalgic. And rest in peace to the actresses, says Joshua.
That would be Friday the 13th, 3 and 4, The Final Nightmare.
Oh, the final...
the final chapter.
The final chapter.
Number 4, The Final Chapter.
The not-so-final chapter.
That's one of my favorites, though. 4 is so good.
It is good, yeah.
That's the second movie.
What if it was the final chapter?
The hockey mask.
Imagine. I have not seen The Frighteners, Samantha, although...
You haven't seen The Frighteners?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, you're missing out.
I don't think so.
Michael J. Fox?
I know, Michael J. Fox is in it.
Yeah, so
Unless
good.
I have seen it and I just don't remember. A lot of the times, I feel like the one thing is, people will say to me, Amanda, have you read or watched this thing? And it's just my memory isn't as such that like every single thing I've watched, I can recall the title of it.
Mine is.
But
that's how I'm wired.
I feel like I would remember it because I would remember Michael J. Fox. So I feel like I'd remember Frighteners if I watched it. So no, not yet. But people have recommended it to me. Guitar Jam says it's got a supernatural component, so it adds religious theme, but it's not like, oh, phones are bad, social media bad. Right, but how is it having a religious theme different than it having a moral theme, I guess? Either way, it's themes, right? Like, religious themes are also moral themes, usually, as well.
Good and bad.
Good and bad. So,
yeah,
good
versus evil kind of a thing.
I personally find, like, I don't know what horror movie lately has been, like, social media bad. I haven't really watched a movie that's been like that. I guess maybe some stuff from, what's the show?
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror kind of has some of that stuff.
But I mean, horror is usually a vehicle for a message. That's usually what horror is.
Yeah, that's what horror is about. So I mean, like, I feel like weapons, just examining the theme of weapons isn't really like even making a statement specifically on anything. It's more just examining that element and all the ways that things can be weaponized and how horrific just being around people is, because we are kind of all a danger to each other.
Yeah, I mean...
There's danger around every corner, which is less of like a weapon. I mean, I guess weapons bad, but also weapons necessary is kind of some of the themes there as well.
Yeah.
Would you say? Weapons. That's kind of what
weapons be weaponing.
Weapons are weapons, and they come in many different forms. So even films that I think are examining, themes or just the world around us, society, aren't necessarily saying anything. It doesn't have to be saying anything about like this is bad or this is good. Like, I mean, I guess Babadook is a film that's about depression and how it can mess you up. But I also don't know if even the moral of that movie is that depression bad. It's more just like examining the effects of depression and what it does to people and how it can kind of turn us into kind of a monster. But it's also like grief is something we must experience. Grief is how you move through stuff. So it's not even really saying that grief is bad or anything in Babadook. It's just kind of examining the experience, which is what I like about it. So I don't know. Horror films can also say like, this is bad. But like even something like It Follows, the villain is basically STDs.
Yeah.
But it's not really, I don't know if it's saying like, therefore, like don't ever, sleep with someone.
Any last questions that we got?
I don't know. Sorry, I've now gone on a rant about all the different films that represent things and how I feel like themes aren't necessarily always about making a statement on like good or bad, just more unpacking and understanding these elements and all the effects that they can have and why they terrify us specifically. Why it's scary? What is scary about it? I would say Weapons is about how people can turn on each other so quick when they have an opinion that's the antithesis of another. I think there are elements of that in it, Joe, but I don't think that's the main theme of the movie. But there's definitely elements of that for sure. I think the whole movie is about
how anything can be weaponized.
Anything can be weaponized.
Whether it be words, actions,
items,
relationships,
actual weapons,
children.
Guilt,
yep.
Shame. You can turn that into a weapon. Yeah, family.
So I thought that was really cool.
Power.
Alcohol. Addiction.
Sex.
Yeah. That was done in a very clever way.
Have you played any of the Dead Space games? I've played a little bit of the first Dead Space.
Dead Space is my favorite.
And I really liked it. I
duology.
Really would like to finish.
I haven't played the third. I love 1 and 2. Some of my favorite games of all time. Dead Space 1 is still the scariest game I've ever played.
Question: did you feel that Black Widow was wasted in the MCU? How and why? I feel that she should have gotten a movie after her appearance in Iron Man 2. Would have been the perfect setup. Yeah, I think Black Widow should have gotten a movie earlier too. I think Iron Man 2 was a really good intro to the character, where I feel like you could have done a movie just on her being a spy.
What you touch upon in your retro review.
I do touch upon it in my retro review. I do touch upon that in my retro review. I don't know if I would say that she was wasted in the MCU, but I mean, we had her in there for a while, but I would say that we would have done better to celebrate Black Widow before we lost Black Widow. I think that the ending was fine for Black Widow, but it would have been nice to have a little bit more of a build-up, with some stuff with just Nat doing her thing. I think that would have been cool. I agree. I think she should have had a solo movie before her death. That would have been great. What do I think about all of the Austin Powers movies? They're fine, Clay. I like going back to Austin Powers. They're nostalgic. You shouldn't watch Dead Space Downfall. It's really scary and gory, says Silent Protagonist. Is that a game?
It's a movie. It's an animated movie that takes place on the Ishimura before Isaac gets on it.
Okay, is it canon?
I can't remember if it's canon anymore. It was canon for a while, but...
Is it really scary and gory?
It's some of the grossest things I've seen done in animation.
But it's animated.
It's animated, but that means that they can go way over the top.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want.
Stuff.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I feel like animation, probably I'd be fine with that. I also here's the thing. I don't like watching the gore prawn type films, silent protagonist, because I don't like that type of horror. But it's not because I'm scared of it. It's just because I just think it's like gross and has no value artistically, or has little value artistically. I think all the value in it is mostly style based. It's mostly based on what VFX can do, which is cool, but you could also have that with meaning. So I don't mind gore in films when the gore is worthwhile. I just don't like gore for the sake of gore. So the thing with Dead Space is I do feel like a lot of the gore that we have in that world is for a reason. It's not just there because gore for gore for gore for gore. But I haven't seen Downfall, so maybe that animated movie is just gore for the sake of gore. I don't know. If it's adding to the story, then I would assume not gore for just the sake of gore. Do I think the romance between Hulk and Scarlett Johansson's character was dumb? I don't think it was.
Low, big guy.
I don't think it was dumb. I think the way that we built it up was dumb. But I think you could have that because there's some interesting elements. Anyways, I think that's where I'm going to end for today. But thank you so much for your questions, and thank you so much for chatting with me, everybody. And thank you, Stefan, so much for the $25 super chat. That was super kind of you. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Marvel's Midnight Suns here on YouTube and over on Twitch. And until then, friends, as always, stay nerdy. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you.